Tell me when we're this fighting in pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just leave and hide? You always said that I've let you down so many times, but now you see that all I ever did was try to get your attention for just one little loving word, but now I'm gone and our bridge is about to burn. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. Here we go. We just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when we're just fighting in pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just leave and hide?
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town,
To feel-good stories and messages of hope.
a few jokes and live calling,
Highlighting local businesses.
discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Good morning. So it gets later and later. And
Welcome,
later.
welcome. Hey, look at that. We almost got it done before 9:35.
No, not even. It's 9:55. Yeah. Wow.
No longer going to be the morning show. It's going to be the wake up when you
It's
wake
gonna.
up.
We're end up doing a brunch show and just not doing midday.
I have an issue, man. I can't get up like I used to
I see
at
that.
5:30. I can't do it.
Is that what time you used to get up?
Yeah.
Now what time do you get up?
6:30. No good.
That
I
hour
don't
makes
like
a
it.
difference,
Oh my
right?
God, I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
That's what happens. We're behind the
What
eight
time
ball.
do you get up?
6.
What time you get up? I'm
8.
afraid to ask. 8?
8? Yeah.
I'm walking out the door by 8.
Jesus.
Right. You and I are pretty much walking out the door by 8:15.
What time you get up? Because you don't sleep.
Yeah, I slept at 5, but I got up at 8.
You went to bed at 5?
Why don't you sleep?
I like, being a vampire. It's the ideal life to live.
What do you do till 5 o'clock in the morning?
You know,
Nothing's open.
Drink blood, get invited to people's houses, hang on ceilings.
Oh, you were seeing your old lady at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that still a thing that you go, you hang out with your girlfriend, and then you leave at 4 or 5 in the morning because you know you got to go to school, work, or whatever? Is that still a thing?
No, I'll just stay over.
Well, let's say you can't stay over. For whatever
Well, by
reason.
5
she has
a.m. you've
parents
stayed
and-
over. It's just you got to get up before everyone else gets
before
up.
Parents and all that get up.
I don't. People do that anymore. You know, it's like
used to do
they
that
don't
in
do
the day,
scalp
right?
tickets. They don't do any of that stuff anymore.
In the day, we used to do that.
Yeah, that's
Is
why.
that weird?
Look at his face.
No,
He's like, what
I
did
mean
you
I
guys
can
do?
I can get where you're coming from because I got yelled at from my mom. I was over at one of my ex's house till like 2-3 in the morning, some weekends.
And then you come home and your mother gets so afraid, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That's
she
when you
goes
say-
like, I was up all night. Where were you?
And this is when you say, I gotta get an appointment, right? That's usually
That's
the
that's
conversation.
that's what happened. Yeah.
And that's when I said, you guys just stay over. Once I know you're someplace at 2 a.m., stay. I don't, because I want to go to bed. I don't want to know they're driving somewhere. Just whatever you've done between midnight and 2, you may as well keep doing or don't do. I got to go to sleep.
I
Doesn't
sleep
change
through
anything.
everything. I say, just don't make a lot of noise.
Because you're a
okay?
dad. Dads sleep through everything. Moms don't sleep through anything. Your kid's out?
You mean you stay awake until your son comes home?
Not now.
Boy,
But back in the day?
why?
Because you want to admit they're out driving and they're doing whatever they're doing. You worry about safety. I wasn't worried about what he was doing. I was worried about more when you get in the car and you're driving home. I just want to go to bed. And you never really go to sleep again once you find you're pregnant. You never sleep again for the rest of your life.
You don't sleep anymore?
Pretty
Women don't
much.
sleep after they have a child?
Nope.
I think
Yep.
I heard that.
You don't sleep while you're pregnant, and then after the baby comes, all you do is worry. Did you see this story? There were I can't say two. There was a set of co-joined twins. They were just successfully separated in Fort Worth. They were co-joined from the breastbone down to their stomach, and they shared a liver. 12 hours of surgery, 25 medical professionals in the surgery to take care of these 2 little girls, and successfully they were separated. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
And they live to tell the same? You're alive?
They're babies. It just happened this week, but amazing.
Did you see where now they go into the placenta in the belly of the mother, and they make a hole so that if they have to do something surgical to the baby, they can do it there. It's in a sterile environment, and the baby's arm comes out, and you see it, and the baby's moving his arm. That way they know the baby's alive. And they do surgically whatever it has to be done. They've even done heart surgery because they
It's
say that
amazing.
the embryo is not growing correctly, and then they tuck it back in, and then they keep her sterile for 24 hours. You know, infection is the problem with this whole procedure thing.
I don't know if they're going. Think about that though. You're going in to a woman's body. You're going through this sac, this womb that is bringing life to another human being, and you're able to lift this life out. Do what you need to do.
No, they keep it in there. They work inside.
But
it.
think how amazing that
amazing.
is. That is a miracle of modern medicine.
No, I'm gonna tell you the latest miracle. I can't even believe I read this yesterday. They're working on aging. The removal of the toxins that ages a cell.
That would be stress.
So no, but they're able
Food.
now to do something that will lengthen you into the hundreds.
Would you want to live that long?
Yes,
Would you?
I want to live to the thousands.
Myra, would you want to live into your hundreds?
Yeah.
If only to make fun of other people for not doing that.
See,
Why
to me,
wouldn't you wanna do that?
it would be my quality of life.
And here we go with that.
And who would you know?
I hate people in the medical profession.
I don't want to live if I'm like sick or
I get
incapacitated.
me a beautiful looking blue-eyed blonde.
No.
Lusciousness to take care of.
There's a quote by Mac Miller that I live by. It's called, "I don't want to grow old, so I smoke just in case."
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Well, just,
Because imagine living into your hundreds
Yeah.
and then
I have a blonde taking care of me.
you don't know everyone else around your life has passed on.
Excuse me. Do I know the blonde is taking care of me?
The blonde and the blue-eyed woman
That's
is
all-
taking care of you.
that's all I need
I'm
to
assuming
know.
a woman is what you want.
Sure.
Okay, not just a blonde.
No, blonde, beautiful,
Blue-eyed
bada
woman.
boom, bada
You
bing.
got to be specific because you could get this, hunk of a blonde guy, or you could
it'd be
get
the guy from Rocky Horror.
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a woman that married a 94-year-old rich millionaire and she was beautiful? And he
I'm
looked
sure
like,
there's more than one.
He looked like death. And they said, the guy just said, listen, I don't care. Now I want to live to 1,000. If I could wake up looking at you, I'm happy.
And what is she waking up thinking?
Can't wait for the dollars to roll in.
Where's that bank account? I don't know. That's a bad thing to say.
But now if I can live till I'm 150,
You would want to do that?
absolutely.
So Nicole sent us our morning show. Today is National Green Juice Day. Anyone like green juices?
Yeah. No.
We should go to the juice store today and get the National Green Juice. Kale, cucumber, celery,
I'm
and
not
apples.
going to any juice store to pick. I'm allergic to this.
I think G-Man does this every day.
Oh, stop. I'm having a flashback.
Oh.
There was a company when we were at the Heart of Delray, and they wanted me to drink, what's that red stuff?
Beets. I remember you drank fermented beets
Fermented beets. It came in a sack.
with a spout
This
on
sack was
it.
bigger than your head. And I had to drink it for 30 days every morning.
Ew.
A cupful like this.
Ew.
And I did this. And I'm going to tell you something.
Doesn't that stuff go right through?
Through and around and about. And then some. It did bring my sugars down.
Fermented beet juice. You've tried everything
It
for
did
your
it, but
sugar and
then-
diabetes.
And then it started going back up. So it's like anything else. The body made the adjustment. That was the end of that.
So apparently now people are complaining about the weight loss drug Ozempic and Wegovy and all those weight loss drugs that we've talked about. The celebrities are injecting themselves.
I don't understand why they just don't take animals out of their diet. Isn't
And
that
lose weight?
Isn't that the easiest diet?
No, the easiest diet is to take a pill or to put a shot in your belly to lose weight.
Ew.
Well, they
But
have
now
a
there's side effects.
They got a diabetic medicine now that they're not using it for diabetes. They're using it to lose weight.
This is the one.
That's the one. And the doctor asked me if I wanted to take it. I said no. I said I'm going to do it the good old-fashioned way. Now, I was a vegan for 8 months. I lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating anything that brought inflammation to the body. Not that the meats and the animals, I didn't do it because of that. But the inflammation, beef inflames the body.
But now they're saying there's side effects of this. And there's side effects to every
Everything.
medication. So apparently it's
You're
making
right.
you look older. It's called Ozempic face.
And the other problem is when you become vegan, I met vegan people that were on it for like 10, 15 years, they begin to look funny. Something happens
Yeah,
to
because
their face.
they
What
just,
is that?
They just lose that natural protein.
Can't do that. You got it.
You don't see it flying
Mm.
around.
I don't see anything.
What are you taking now? What are you on? You on something?
There's a bug.
There's nothing here.
Anyway, I'll show it to you when I catch it.
She's like the guy from the movie,
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. Dude, with the
With the what?
I think you lose your fat, you lose the collagen in your face, you lose the
everything.
elasticity.
You don't look good.
But
You
here's what's
look
going to happen:
crappy.
all these people that lost weight, and now they're going to complain, and then there's going to be like a class action lawsuit that a group of attorneys is going to take on, and you're going to see class action lawsuit. If you have taken these 3 medications and you have this face,
And you look like this.
right? Call us now, and we'll class action. Meanwhile, you're the one that said to your doctor,
I want it.
this.
Put
I
this
want to
in me."
lose weight," and they're still going to do what they do.
You gotta be on the ball here. If you're gonna take something and there's an adverse reaction, just if you want to lose weight the same way you gain weight. Work at it. Doing this all day is the way you get this, and then adding stress, and adding other ailments and stuff. That's how you gain weight.
But I don't think I ever see Mayor eat lunch.
I've seen them.
I'm on an eternal like cleanse, you know.
No, I seen you eat lunch. You
They
had
all
this
go out
big
for
box
lunch,
of
and then I don't
something.
even think he ever eats anything.
They just get some funky stuff for lunch. These guys. Funky.
Sometimes I wonder where they go because I think there's a food court because he'll come back with fried rice and someone else comes back with a hamburger and somebody
He
else comes out
doesn't
with
eat it.
chicken.
He
Yeah.
eats fried rice. He leaves it there for a week, and then at the end of Friday we throw it away. It's like over and over. Why don't you eat it?
I do.
A teaspoon at a time?
My what's it called? How much you can eat at a time?
Caloric intake.
Caloric intake has gone down.
Oh, you're
I used to-
measuring what you eat?
No, but I just can't eat as much as I used to.
You're
When I
like
was
a
a-
rail. You're as thin as a rail.
When I was a little kid, I used to go to McDonald's. I used to get 2 double cheeseburgers, fry, a drink, and an apple pie, and eat that in one sitting, no problem. Now I can't even eat like
Wow,
a
That's
fry.
that's not calorie intake. That's just your stomach getting smaller.
No, well,
I gotta tell you, McDonald's apple pies are
Stop it, they're
so
delicious.
they are
freaking
good.
good.
They are
You know,
good.
if you take an apple, you take the skin off, and you cut it up, and you put it in the microwave with not a Splenda, the Trivia, and some cinnamon, it's the apple pie all over again.
Yeah, but it's got the crunch on the outside of their apple pie.
Stop
That's
it.
am I
Stop
right?
it.
So
Stop.
back
What I
in the
would-
day, an apple
what I
pie
would-
and French fries.
What I would do for a double quarter pound of Big Mac, I take a Big Mac and a quarter pound and I combine them. Oh no, it's not. Oh,
It
it's,
says-
That's the secret menu.
That's the secret menu.
it's deliciousness.
Like the surf and turf, I'm dying. A fish sandwich and a
haven't had
hamburger
that.
is their
It's
surf and turf.
You know that's 180 points or so. I haven't had it. Miss it.
See, that's the beauty of youth. You guys can eat what you want and live life.
We did at that time too. When I was his age, I ate what I wanted. Now I can't do that because if I look at a burger, a McDonald's burger, I gain 3 pounds.
What's the weirdest restaurant you've ever been to?
Weirdest restaurant.
A vegan restaurant. The one up in West Palm Beach.
With the fried mushroom chicharrones?
Oh my God. It was delicious. But I can't eat
Actually,
that
it's not
either.
too far from you. What's that town called?
Maria's place. What was it called?
It's not. It was called Juicy.
Juicy.
Northwood.
Norfolk.
This sounds familiar.
Juicy's a great place. And the mafia, the restaurant mafia.
The plant-based mafia. That
was
we
next
did over.
door. So they went to another place. But we went there to meet Juicy and the GameStop.
Correct.
Oh man, Juicy's delicious. But it's all fried. Flowers. Because it's all vegan. Delicious. If you like fried food, you like fried food?
Let it-
See, I can't eat fried food. I can't even eat the skin on a chicken.
That's the
6
greatest
points.
part.
Yeah.
6 points.
See, they have to just enjoy it now. We can't live old like us. You and I are so old. Look at us.
What kind of
This is what
sandwich
happens-
did you take yesterday? I had a turkey and cheese. And that was 6 points.
See, we're just old. This is where it's come down to. You got to enjoy life while you're young. I like the whole new clothes situation you got going on. You've been doing some shopping.
You look like the emperor.
Were the plaid pants fine? My mom said they weren't professional enough.
It
So I had to
depends if
ask.
you wear like that shirt on top. Something plain.
Yeah, more something. Yeah.
It works. It works.
All right.
And
'Cause
you
I
can't
wanna-
be wearing sneakers with that kind of plaid.
Why not?
Because you're going to be bringing attention to the pants. So
Yeah.
you have to highlight nice socks, nice shoes.
He's been
Otherwise,
I got my Salvador Dali socks on today.
I was going to ask you what those are. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, they got the melting clocks on them.
So I have to ask you, what's happening? We haven't really discussed the football playoff next round situation.
he's been winning.
What's going to happen this weekend? What do you think?
Philly, we know.
Yeah,
Next.
no, I think I have Eagles against the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
So do I.
Just because Joe Burrow, I don't know why, but he's 3-0 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then
Well,
now,
he's due for a loss.
I know, but they're setting it up too because the name of the stadium is called Arrowhead Stadium for the Chiefs, and now they're calling it Burrowhead Stadium.
Because he doesn't lose that. I would pick Kansas City if I knew that Mahomes was 100%. And
Is he-
there ain't no
is he
way in the
back?
world.
He has a high ankle sprain,
And that
and he
takes
did it
4
last
weeks.
game too.
That takes 4
So he's
weeks
not
to
back.
heal. Well, he can't run. He can still throw, sort of.
He can't do his
He had his foot for
backyard
1 foot.
football
Right.
magic.
Right. You can't scramble when you have that kind of injury.
So they're going to keep him out, you think?
No way.
They're
No, they're going to put him in like that?
They're playing him. He's a $500 million quarterback. They're going to play him.
He's got to play. So they came
He
up with
meant what? 500 million?
That's his
That's
contract.
his contract, 10 years.
Wow.
Are you serious?
500 million.
I about spit out my coffee on that one. 500 million over 10 years? Holy cow.
You didn't know that? When they wrote that deal of, what was it, 3 years ago?
No, it was like 2 years
2 years
ago.
ago, the whole world turned upside down.
Oh my God. Myra, can you even?
$50 million per year salary? That'd be
That's the salary. That's not what he makes. He makes more than that in
The-
endorsements. He's
yeah.
had the commercial.
State
for
farms
State Farm.
everywhere.
And what do you do with all that money? If you actually made that, you can't go through that in a lifetime. What do you do
Well,
with
his
that amount of
offensive
money?
line all got $100,000 Rolexes.
Yeah, but what do you do after 1 year, let alone 10 years? You never have to work
You
a day
invest
in
the
your
money.
life.
You invest the money.
Your children, your legacy, your bloodline.
What's he got? 2 kids?
I don't think he has any. He has one right now, actually.
One, right?
Yeah.
What do you do with all that money?
Look at LeBron James. LeBron wants to play with his son. Did you see this?
Do you give back
That's all
to
he wants to do.
charity? See, something like that.
He gives it back to charity. There's a lot of things.
What
he
would
does.
you do with $500 million?
I wouldn't think about it. I would just play the game.
Would your life change? Or you would still
Of
play
course
the
it
game
would
though?
change. Number one, you have to protect yourself against car crashes.
But how do you stay grounded? How do you stay
You can't.
in the
You
game?
can't stay grounded. I don't care what anybody tells you. You can't stay humble. You're in the limelight. You know, you can never go out to dinner in public because people are going to be all around you. Everything changes.
That's why I think Zach Wilson didn't make it. I think he just got too much of it in his head. Because he's a good player in BYU. He's a good quarterback. But in the professional league, it's different.
Did you see what Aaron Rodgers says? The Jets want Aaron Rodgers to come in because it will help Zach and the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is a winner. I don't like him, but he is a good quarterback. He said that the problem with Zach Wilson is that he doesn't understand the quarterback position inside the pocket. He has all the tools, but he can't feel when they're going to hit him. He can't see the field because he has what they call panic feet. He's
But
always
how do you
dancing.
keep your head in the game when you know this much money is riding on it, all of this, but you love the game? How do you keep your head where it needs to be to do what you need to do?
Well, let's ask the quarterback from the 49ers, Mr. Irrelevant.
It's just confidence.
Do you know who Mr. Irrelevant is?
Yep.
Do you know what that stands for?
That's funny. I said, what do you call the doctor who graduates last in their class?
Mr. Irrelevant.
You call, but still a doctor, right? So here's Mr. Irrelevant, but yet not so relevant
This
anymore.
kid
is
hasn't
he?
lost, right? He hasn't lost a game, 7-0.
He hasn't lost, and he's 16 touchdowns. He's up for Rookie of the Year already.
And what's he make?
Minimum.
Yeah.
He makes a minimum wage.
maybe
He's in a 5-year contract,
35,000.
and I think he makes what's
So you
the
think he goes
minimum,
back after
700,000?
this and says, look at this
He
record.
can't. He has a 5-year contract.
Well, the thing is, he's third string quarterback. The second string is they may trade him away.
No, they're gonna cut him. Get rid of him off
Jimmy
the books.
Garoppolo, because Jimmy Garoppolo took him to the Super Bowl once. But the first string quarterback is they drafted him
Tyler?
third overall.
Tyler?
Trey Lance.
Nice.
They drafted him
stinks.
third overall. So they got two big guys in front of this small.
And what do you
third
do? Do you next year? Let's say they win the Super Bowl. Do you give the quarterback position to the third stringer or back to the first stringer?
No, you get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, like you said. and
Jets
then
are gonna
you-
sign him.
You keep Trey Lance. You start him, and you have Brock Purdy as the backup, and it's probably gonna.
But how do you
Brock
keep
Purdy.
your head in the game? All you need is one person to
Well,
plant
look at
that seed of doubt.
Look at Mr. Irrelevant. How does he do it?
I don't know. I'm asking. From inner core.
Core, you gotta believe in yourself and confidence.
See, the problem is that don't over-believe in yourself because when things go wrong, things go wrong. That kid didn't have a fantastic game against Dallas. Dallas showed him something he had never seen. And if you don't think that the Eagles are defensively better than even Dallas, the kid is going to have a hard time. This is going to be whether or not you can stop the Eagles from scoring. If the defense does not come to play, I don't care what this kid does, he loses. He will lose his first game. Because the Eagles' defense, you got to figure it out. They have a lot of moving parts. They're moving the field so that if you're going to throw the ball to you here, all of a sudden it looks open and then there's 5 guys there. Interception. And then you have the pressure on the line. And you got blitzes coming off the corners. There's so many things going on a play. This kid is a rookie. Is he going to know that kind of defense?
It goes down back to your inner core. How do you stay to believe you're true
We're
to
about to-
yourself and you keep for everything,
We're
right?
about to find out. Now, do you feel good about yourself because you're 7-0, you're in the finals, and let's say they lose? What do you do with them?
I don't think he's been into a home field crowd like Philly though. So
Well, he's won on the road. Didn't he win at Baltimore and stuff?
yeah, but it's a Philly home crowd during the playoffs. It's gonna get very, very, very rowdy.
Well, at this stage of the game, no stadium is not going to be rowdy.
All right.
I think that he better. I think that his teammates are rallying around him, which is what you need. You gotta. And when you make a mistake, they come and they say, "Don't worry about it. Oh, we got your back." I think that's what he needs right now. Mahomes is the rallying cry. He says,
Do you think that makes a difference when you're on a team or you work in an environment to know that you've got the support of
course.
your colleagues?
Well,
Absolutely.
yes, but that's what a lot of people don't understand too. Like a lot of people on social media, just like normal average day people, they don't understand when Brock Purdy or Joe Burrow, these people lose games like 35-37 or something like that. It's not just because Joe Burrow lost the game.
It's a team.
It's the team. Yeah. And then they go and blame it on this one single quarterback because he's the face of the team.
You can't, or even if a kick is missed, you can't put it because you put them in that position that kick is what's going to change the game.
But that kicker for Dallas, they wouldn't let him kick.
He's
I
terrible.
feel so horrible
He is
for the
bad.
man. And they just made 7 in a row he missed, and then they wouldn't kick. That changed the complexities of that game. There's 6 points off the board because they wouldn't let him kick. I mean, not let him kick, so sit down. He's a grown man. So, he doesn't have a job next year. There was a time, that I coached a little league team in Pelham Bay, and we stole home to win. And the fans from that team were running on the field to come and beat me up because they didn't think that I should have done that. They thought that you should have let the kids figure it out with the bat and the ball. And that isn't the way I coach. All year, I did what I did. I played within the rules. I had my kids bat lefty to a kid who couldn't pitch lefty, but this guy was throwing BBs, and we couldn't hit him. And I put all my kids on the left, and he walked everybody. And they wrote me up in the newspaper. All of this drama happened. So the parents of my teams, because I have more than one, they had a meeting at the field. They asked Pelham Bay to open it up. And I walk in there and I see all these parents with their kids. And they all came forward and they told me, Coach, we got your back. Because nobody understands the pressure that you're on. And even at that level in a community, I can imagine these professionals. So, that being said, I would love to be a fly in the 49er locker room right now, which is completely different than the Eagles locker room. Because their locker room, they expect to win this thing. This kid, his eyes are this big. Now he'll tell you, oh no, I'm good. Mr. Orella, the last pick in the draft, what was it, 267?
263.
It's like Brady all over again.
That's unbelievable.
It's what makes watching sports spectacular.
That truly is a miracle for this kid, his chance, his opportunity to be that at that point. Because imagine what he's thinking about during the draft, right? When is it my turn? When is it my turn? And now it's his turn.
No, and he's sitting there, he has a clipboard, and he's trying to figure out the plays. And son, you're about to start the game. And he wins, 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 and he wins. He goes to the championship, and he wins. He beats the Cowboys, and he wins.
So is the whole community behind him? Are they supporting him?
The whole country,
Right?
You gotta be behind him. I mean, come on. Even if they get by, which I doubt, the Eagles, you sort of gotta say, something.
Like, you
I
made it
want
here.
the 49ers only to win because of him. I know the Eagles are gonna win, but I would like this kid to do well. I really do, because what a Cinderella story, man.
You
That's
think
like
wordplay-
Josh
Yeah.
coming on and playing.
He's 23 years old. So
Seriously?
He's 23.
I mean, if Josh was the quarterback of the Eagles, would you be rooting for the Eagles?
Josh.
I mean, for Josh, right? You don't care what team it is. Look what happened to the kid in the college football, the Georgia Bulldogs quarterback.
He's
That kid
25.
was a walk-on.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he still in college, though?
Because he was a
Because he's a
walk-on.
walk-on.
He got redshirted. He got one extra
Okay.
year. He's a walk-on. That's like Josh walking in saying, Coach, I want to play football. And they sat him because apparently he did calisthenics and everything well. And then they started him because the quarterbacks got hurt. And the next thing you know, this kid goes undefeated and wins the national championship. What are you kidding me?
Back.
It's amazing.
He's a walk-on. I mean, do you know what that means? I've never seen that in my life. That's like Mayor never picking up a football and says, you want me to throw this what? Down there, hit that guy, 100 yards here, boom.
Mayor, we were at this concert Monday night. Josh went Tuesday with Baxton, and every time they brought out the mic stand, I thought of you.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I even said that to Fred. I go, imagine if that were Mayor, mic stand. Then he had to lower the piano. Then she had to move the mic stand. Then she had to bring out and all I could think was, if Mayor were doing this, what would this be like? My brain is just like not even normal.
Well, that we know. But it was funny to watch because they improvised. They put a deal together, but this was an improvisation at a higher level because they picked the songs and everything else. And these were what? 5 individuals that they sort of grouped. They didn't know what was going to
The
come.
3 singers, the keyboard, right, and the violin. And a 20-piece orchestra.
And none of them had ever played with each other. And I was just thrown back at the production of it.
What did you think of that production? Did you think of our crew? You know, me, I always have visions of who would be doing that, who would trip over the light, what camera would fall and break, where's the
I'm
tripod?
surprised it didn't happen.
Well, like I said, after it was over, everyone was gone, and they were talking to Baxton's uncle. And then I had to head out. I snuck around and I looked at the soundboard, the little middle
Yeah,
area. I
in the
looked at
middle.
that for about 5 minutes.
You
staring
take
at it.
pictures? Isn't that an amazing pit?
Yeah.
And that pit is strategically set. If you see the way they sit, you can still see over them. It's because of the pitch. Everything about that place amazed me. Everything. From the screens. It's funny, when the year started, I always tell people that I wanted to do those screens, those big screens you saw. I want to put 2 of them in Meisner, because you can rent those. And the crane comes in, they put them up. Now I'm thinking 3, and you do your production, and what a difference the screens make. Always wanted to do that.
Well, I was looking to get one here, $84,000. That's not in my price budget right now.
A screen?
Yeah.
For what?
I wanted to have a screen that came down so that we could like green screen and put anything we wanted and play videos behind it and do all kinds of cool background shots and not have the stuff on the floor. But I can't tell you I would want to spend $85,000 on a screen.
It's not a screen. It's more than that. You can get cheaper screens.
So that's what I was
There's
looking
the
for.
screen that you go like this, going shh with the chain, and it comes down.
He's looking around.
Well, I mean, what you can do is, remember the radio station we walked in and they had that one room just painted green?
Green.
We can flip this studio around, put the back wall there, and just paint that green.
So I was trying to think how we can have other backdrops out there.
Let me tell
So
you.
we're not worried about the tightness of the backdrop.
You got to build the stage.
It's not the stage.
It is the stage.
Why? It's the backdrop, not the floor.
Because the stage will then... Let me tell you what the problem is with green screen. The elements that go into the green screen look cheesy.
Yeah, but not the way you guys did it the other day. It looked nice.
No, but it looks cheesy. It depends on what you're going to put behind you. So let's say where you're sitting right now. What are you going to put behind you?
It depends
Paris?
on what you're talking about. We could talk about the news and the whole thing would play behind us.
What's going to play? You can't put the news behind somebody.
You could, if you're talking about Paris, the Eiffel Tower, you have the Eiffel Tower. Or if you have somebody singing, you can have them singing anywhere. You can have them singing, you can have a whole orchestra, looks like a whole orchestra behind them.
You're going to have a violin hitting your head when you're singing. You got to think, walk it through. Gio and I talked about it last night. And he gave me some examples of very expensive back ends, is what they call them. And they have some really nice ones. And they have some that are not so nice. Now, you've been in the business a long time. He understands the business, these guys. But what are you going to do with a person who doesn't understand this? And they're going to be wearing the wrong clothes, and they're going to be flailing their arms, and then they're going to be distracted because they look at the screen instead of looking at the camera. You got to walk it through.
But I think the benefits outweigh the cons.
I had green screen. I did not find one benefit. What I found beneficial was when I had a green screen, I put a black cover over it. And then I opened up the green screen when I needed it. I love the brick effect. That you're gonna put a green screen behind it. I have to see it. Maybe the music.
But then you can make that green screen a brick wall. You can make the green screen
But I have
anything.
a brick wall.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna have green
You
screen.
could have
and
the
a brick
wall of China. You could have anything behind there.
I think it was Josh that brought it up when they're singing, like we have the singing shows, and you want to put the singer's original music. Like let's say she's singing, what's his name, the blind guy, Stevie Wonder, and then you have Stevie Wonder in the background. That I can dig. That I like. You know, if you're gonna think maybe the video he's doing for CC, if you have that
Right.
playing behind, that I can dig. I love that. That I'll give you a green on. But as an everyday production, the amount of work that it takes to move this stuff,
I don't know. I just figured you keep it there. Food for thought.
you gonna cover my bricks. If you want bigger brick, this thing goes up higher.
I want bigger brick. See that?
I'm exhausted.
How are you so quiet over there, Mayor?
I'm focused.
What do you think, Mayor? What's a better solution? More brick? Green? What?
Tear down the garage wall, make an actual brick wall, spend thousands of dollars to do that. Yeah, that's only efficient.
Build a brick wall, he said.
Or you just put up a whole wall and just paint it green. You just put up a temporary wall, but then you can't move it. I know. But then it would even save on banners because then you could put Kenny Love on the green screen. You wouldn't have to be moving all of these things around anymore. You could put anything up there. I even thought of getting one for the set, for the stage. So then you're not moving banners, right? So we can have a picture of Kenny Love's right there. You can have a picture of,
That's what they're doing for baseball too now.
Yeah,
If
you've seen it in the booths. In the booths.
Behind home plate, they
Yeah.
have little things at the bottom, and instead of just having stationary or static advertisements, they can change the ads every inning now with that green screen.
but it takes someone who running
But-
that production board to even
No,
know
but I'm
more.
going to tell you something. If I gave you a computer, if you have a computer, laptop right now, you want to change everything on here, you can. You could put video on here. You could do anything you want on here. Same thing as that one. Same things as all of these. Same things as the ones out there. But you have to do it. I can't even get anybody to put the splashes up that we made. And I'm going to have them do green screen.
How many people didn't show up today to come in? 5? So far, we're down 5.
Where's Bailey?
She has clients.
Ah.
And they gave her a stack of work to do.
Wow.
Which is good for her. Braxton is
He'll be in here at
babyless.
11:30.
He's babyless, so
Yeah.
he's not coming. J-Lo had a huge assignment that has to be done ASAP. So she's not coming. Who else?
Daniel, right?
Daniel's away.
Daniel's away in North Carolina doing the coochie dancing. And that guy goes away a lot. Oh, he's meeting his buddies from the Army.
He's away. We got a friend coming in this afternoon to do some hot pepper tasting. You like hot peppers, Mayor?
Not really, no. I
It's
think
you and me, Josh. Woo!
Do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like peppers?
he's worse than me when it comes to spice.
Freddie, I think, is the worst.
No, I can't.
Woo!
I can't even be in the
Remember you
mood.
put your head in the pool?
I knew you were going to bring that up. Gives me a pepper to taste.
It was
And
a
my
hot
eyeballs
sauce.
started to fall out of my head, so I ran. There used to be a pool, a little wading pool at the last studio we're at. I put my head in there like this. I come with a towel. My eyes are all puffy. I can't. I'm allergic to that stuff.
So it's you and me, Josh, and see if Frank how he does with it.
Frank eats it?
He must eat it because he grows them.
Tell me you eat it.
Maybe it's a sign to longevity. It's the path to living into your hundreds is the hot pepper challenge.
Why don't you just get the chip for $20? You buy.
Frank
5
grows
of
them,
those.
so we got to taste what he
No, but I
grows.
can't. That's fresh, right off the garden. You know how hot that's gonna be.
He is making
Someone
them.
give me I
Milk?
don't want to say it's a Carolina Reaper, but it's something like that. One of my buddies growing in the backyard. That thing's hot.
You had some
Yes.
Carolina Reaper.
It used to be the hottest pepper.
No, they got another one now.
Yeah.
They have a new hot pepper.
This one is
First
50,000
of all,
times a
I'm gonna tell you
jalapeno.
something. I want to know the time you take it, because for the next 2 hours after that, you're gonna be impossible.
Woohoo!
You're gonna be the impossible burger. So I will be leaving for 2 hours and coming back. Give ever seen this one when she gets
Crazy?
nuts?
Yeah, every day. Come on, I'm getting better with that situation.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Are you ready to wrap this up?
I've heard rumblings. Yes.
All right. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Tune into our midday show for the hot pepper challenge and see what else we've got
And if you
cooking.
want to come by and have some,
Come on
you have
in.
to sign a waiver. But
Come on in.
come on,
We'll see you in a little bit.
don't be late. Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't